Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 199. It is Tuesday morning, and we are just leaving home. And what a difference in the weather today. It's almost clear skies right now. Nice sunny day, light breeze, beautiful day. Compared to the last couple of days have been just awful. And 71 degrees outside. Just a very, very nice day so far. We are just leaving home, heading to the office, and like I said, Tuesday today, and our goal today is to just do our normal work for the first part of the morning. Then we're going to start working on our AP life for at least an hour before we leave for the casino. Then we will be back at the office and head back to the casino after that, like we normally would on a Tuesday. Schedule-wise today, pretty much nothing going on at the office, so pretty easy day. Tomorrow, two meetings tomorrow. Thursday, nothing that important, and Friday, one meeting. So light week coming up, and then we have one more week at the office, and then we go on our cruise. So all that's great. Right now, just getting going here. Oh, a couple important things. Last night, bought a car for one of my kids, so that's taken care of. Got everything negotiated before we went in there, walked in, the paperwork was ready, 5 or 6 signatures, and we were out the door. So we were there less than 20 minutes, and that's the way I prefer to do things. I don't want to spend a day at the dealership. They like doing that. They wear you down. You end up taking a deal that's not so great. So I make my deal before I go in there. I give them the credit information, income information. They have it all completely approved. They have the car cleaned. They print out all the paperwork, everything that we need, and then we just sign and leave. So that's what we did. Also yesterday, got my new phone in. It was finally delivered, and I have it here next to me. I spent, 4 hours on it last night, and I'm about 2% of the way done setting it up. I do have about 300 apps on my phone, so going through each one and organizing it, I had 12 or 15 pages of apps on the phone. And first thing I did is make it so that it's all on one screen where I don't have to swipe up to see the apps. I hate that because it's an Android, so it's all on one screen. And then I created folders, but like it is on my old phone, which I'm still using to record right now because I've got a long way to go in setting up the new one. Created folders, put everything in the folders, and now I'm going through one app at a time, signing in and getting all that stuff set up. My new phone is the S24, which the S26s are out now, but the reason I picked the S24 is because it takes an SD card. Well, there was a mistake. It does take an SD card. It takes an SD card to activate the phone. It does not take an SD card for your files. So that's a problem. However, my old phone is 128 gig. My new phone is 512. So I will be able to move all my stuff onto my new phone and not need this memory card anymore. And we do have one of those digital photo frames at home. Currently has a 2 gig memory stick in there, memory card in there. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to put my 512 in there, and we'll be able to pretty much load unlimited 100,000, 200,000 pictures in there. Everything we ever take can be put in there. So that'll be pretty cool. Right now we're just heading to the office, and I'll come back and update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. Just leaving the office. It's 10:30 right now. Was working on this phone thing too today. It's going to take forever. So now I'm trying to move all my pictures and videos from my old phone to my new phone, since I can't put the um, SD memory card in there. Um, so what I'm trying to do, and I'll work on it later tonight, is take some off the card and put it on the phone, although there's limited space on the phone, and then use the transfer tool to transfer those pictures, and then do that again and again, and slowly move everything over. It'll take some time, but I can do it while I'm just sitting around or whatever, once I get it figured out. So we'll get all that stuff moved. It's gonna take weeks for sure, at least 2 weeks, to get everything moved over. It's going faster than I thought, but so at this point we're gonna head back to the casino, or not back, I guess, back since yesterday to the casino, and see what we can do. Hopefully make a little bit of money. Probably eat the casino food today, since we have free food there, and then we'll come back to the office. But so far everything's going pretty well. I got a lot of my apps moved over already. Well, all the apps are moved, but not fully activated. I was able to get my step program on here, where it keeps track of your steps for the day, which is good, because last time I lost like a year of data. But that's good. But just slow and steady. That's really about it right now. 79 degrees, mostly clear skies outside, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright, I started to record this segment, and then my kid called me, and I want to kind of run some things by you guys too with this. So, well, first of all, I wanted to mention, the reason I started recording was I wanted to mention that I had an idea, since now I have two phones, one active and one inactive. The inactive phone can still be used on Wi-Fi. So when I go to this casino, I can connect it to Wi-Fi, and I can just see if anyone from work is sending me messages. Now, the other phone, I can leave it hidden in the car with the laptop, and it will provide internet, and I have the mouse jiggler, so I don't have to keep getting on my other phone and checking to see if anyone messaged me or not. Or, well, I do for that, but I don't have to keep getting on there to keep it active, because it's going to stay active automatically. So that's one positive thing. I think the downside is I won't get phone calls, but really, do I really care? As long as I'm getting my team's messages and stuff, phone calls can wait till later on. So that's that. Now, as I was driving, my kid called me and said, okay, so this one wanted to upgrade the car. And I said, okay, well, your sibling didn't get their car upgraded, so how's that fair? And they said, well, I'll pay the difference. So that's what happened. I got the difference yesterday. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, this one gave me the difference, now it's fair. This one can afford to pay for insurance, the other one cannot, because they don't have a job right now. This one can afford to make a car payment, the other one cannot. So is it fair for me to force this one to pay the car payment when the other one is not paying it, but at the same time this one can afford it and the other one can't? But I want to be fair. So I don't think it's fair right now. The difference in the price, that's fair. And as soon as the account opens up with Honda, I'm going to apply that toward the balance, and that'll help, right? Now, the insurance, I just got the insurance from this one yesterday for the next 6 months. However, not from the other one. So I'm trying to figure out a fair way to do it. What I may do is just pay it for both of them. And since this one gave me the money for the insurance, I may just add it to their stock account without telling them. And then that will continue to build up, and I think that'll be fair. So that's what I'm struggling through this, because I have more kids coming that are going to need cars too, and I really don't want to have to pay for 4 or 5 or 6, whatever, different car payments and insurance for all these different people. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do it is. I'm probably doing it the wrong way already, but I wanted them to have safer cars, so that's why we went with a newer car versus, a beater. So anyway, okay. Well, that's what's on my mind right now as I'm driving. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I go in there, and it's pretty dead in there. Someone was there already, but not the Asian guy, because I know what he plays, and there were certain things. Okay, not the Asian guy from yesterday, different Asian guy, because I know the things that he plays, and they were still there, even though I would not play them in those positions. So somebody was there, though, and things were pretty cleaned out. I think I found maybe 4 plays the whole time I was in there. I did have lunch while I was in there. I was down as much as about 200 at my lowest, but I was playing a play that was $4 a spin, so that's really not that much for $4 a spin. And ended up doing okay in the end. I mean, it's not a great win or anything, but plus 112, so plus 112. And then we went and got food, and I go to the food area, and I don't know anybody there. In fact, there's nobody there. There's one person back working the grill, and the grill looks so disgusting. I mean, I almost took a picture of it. It was so gross. Anyway, so I'm like trying to figure out what I'm going to do. The person comes up to me. Turns out it's the manager. Every employee called off sick today, so the manager's working it themselves. And so I got chicken strips with some extra barbecue sauce. Took a little while to get it, but I wasn't in any big hurry or anything. I took another lap and didn't find anything else to play, and I ended my session. I had 112. I think I already said that. And then I got fries with my meal and left those with the bartender. The waitress is on vacation this week. I think that's her first vacation of the year, and I think she said she's going to Florida. So, but the bartender and the other people would still eat those fries. It's like really nice, thick cut fries, like wedge fries. So, anyway, left those with him and took off. Left my phone in the car. And came back. Everything was good. I was able to get messages while I was in there. I was connected to the casino's network, so that was all fine. So one big issue right now is space on my phone, so we do need to start moving stuff off the old phone as soon as possible. I only have enough space right now for like 20 more segments to record of the podcast, so that's how little space I have left. And then moving the podcast over, that's going to be probably the last thing I do, because it's going to take so long. I use multiple pieces of software to do it. And understand, I make this while I'm driving, and I don't edit it or anything like that. I put it all together while I'm driving. So I have a voice recorder that I use, and then I have an audio lab that I use to combine segments, and then the Creators app for Spotify, and then I upload it and I do it all there. If there's a weird thing going on, or I said something I shouldn't have said, like a location or something, which I've done 2 or 3 times, I have an audio trimmer that I can take a word or 2 out, or just re-record. I mean, if I've been talking for less than a minute, I'll usually just re-record the segment instead. But all that different software needs to be set up on the new phone, and I just want to wait until I know for sure the phone is good, I don't have any problems, everything else is set up on there. Then I'll probably do the podcast stuff last, and then I need to import a lot of the old stuff. I do delete my old recordings, but for now I'm going to hold on to the 1776 recordings temporarily, so those will stay on. But anyway, not a bad little start. Heading back to the office, still pretty early, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, leaving the office a little bit earlier than usual. We have some kind of a get-together, and all kinds of activities and all that, so everyone's all tied up with that, bumping into each other, talking, doing all that stuff, and so we have a chance here to slip out. So we're going to be done for the day as of right now. Laptop is still in the car with me, and we'll still have the mouse jiggler and all that going, so it'll be just as if we're sitting at our desk. I'll be able to get all the alerts and do everything I can at the office. So plus everyone's so busy doing that other stuff, I'll be the only one who's active, so no problems there. Let me think here. I was looking at the cruise that we're taking at the end of the month, and everything is all set for that. I was thinking about upgrading the room, but now I kind of feel like I shouldn't, because my room is like right at the front of the boat, right in the middle in the front, and it has a huge balcony. It's a nice room and everything. I don't think I need to upgrade because it's not going to be as good a view. We're like right in the middle. It's really going to be nice. A little bit higher up too, so I think it's fine the way it is. I don't think I'm going to put in an offer for another room. Now, I did look, and I do have other free cruises, and I was thinking maybe about taking the whole family, which is a big undertaking, on a Christmas cruise. I'm looking at the 19th or 18th, somewhere in there, maybe the 20th of December, for anywhere between 4 and 7 days, depending on what fits into everyone's schedule. So I'm hoping I can get everyone together for that, and that should be fun. So I'm looking at either Bermuda or maybe like the Mexican Riviera area. So we'll see. Now with the Mexican one, you have to fly to California first, which is another big expense, a lot more expensive than the East Coast. But we'll see. We'll look into that more tonight. I'm going to be focused on my phone, so I'll be sitting at my in my chair working on that. I'll have the laptop up as well, so I'll have some opportunity to research that tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be going to a closer region. We're going to be trying to make money in this area, which is usually pretty difficult to do. But I haven't been there in a month or two, so we're going to give it a shot, and maybe we get some good variance there and come up with some decent money. The good thing about this area is it's a little bit closer, and it's not going to be 8 hours of driving in one day, so I'll have more of an opportunity. I might be able to sit down and eat lunch somewhere instead of eat while I'm driving, so we'll see what happens with that. Of course, tomorrow I do have work as well. There are 2 meetings in the morning, but we can handle that. We leave early enough. We'll be at our second casino by the time the meeting starts. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now. We're heading back to the casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and yeah, I went in there. I was looking around. I found a play right away. Played that one, lost a couple dollars. Walking around looking, and I'm checking these machines, and I see a guy on the other side, and he looks very uninterested in what he's doing. He's playing it fast. He's standing. He's got his knee on the chair. He's looking around. So it looks to me like he might know what he's doing. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if he already finished that area or not. I'm going to hurry up and get ahead of him. So I went all the way through. Didn't find any plays there. Actually found one play there, and came back around, and he was just coming into that area, and went around and finished out the rest of the place. Looks like he must have come in from a different direction than me, just based on the way the machines looked after he and I went through there. But I did find a couple small plays, ended up doing okay, and ended up leaving ahead $142. So it's not a huge amount of money, but 142, 112 earlier, that's 158, 258. So better than nothing. We worked a whole day, got everything done at the office, and right now we're gonna head toward home. And we got a lot of other stuff going on here, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna record a ton or not, but hang in there. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, I am back. So let's do some segments. This is the 1776 countdown where I count down the top 1,776 reasons why I love the United States of America. And as we continue on, we're moving on to the next state, and that is the eighth state to join the Union, and that was South Carolina, which ratified the U.S. Constitution May 23rd, 1788. And it got its nickname, well, its nickname is the Palmetto State, named after the state tree, the palmetto, which played a role in the defense of Charleston during the Revolutionary War. Look that up and learn about it. Um, the state capital is Columbia, founded way back in 1786. And if you think that's old, Charleston was founded in 1670. It was a permanent English settlement near Charleston, and then, of course, things expand, making it one of the oldest European settlements in the United States. South Carolina played a major role in the Revolutionary War. A lot of skirmishes happened there, and the Civil War started in Fort Sumter when Confederate forces fired on the U.S. garrison in Charleston Harbor back in 1861. South Carolina is on the coast, of course, the Atlantic coast, and it has about 187 miles of coastline. And one thing that has deep roots in South Carolina is golf, which was established in Charleston, the South Carolina Golf Club, in 1786. So South Carolina has an unusual collection of official symbols from the state fruit is the peach, the state flower is the yellow jessamine, and the state tree, the palmetto, and the state dance is the shag. Isn't that cool? Places to visit if you go to South Carolina: Charleston, one of America's great historic cities, famous for its churches, historic homes, waterfront, restaurants, and its connection, like I said, to the Revolutionary and the Civil War. Fort Sumter National Monument, that's where the Civil War began. We just talked about that. Myrtle Beach, beautiful, beautiful beach. Um, a major stretch of coastline there, known for beaches, entertainment, restaurants, golf, all kinds of family attractions. Beautiful area. And another place to visit would be the Kangari National Park, which is near Columbia. It's a big floodplain forest containing giant hardwoods and some of the tallest trees in the eastern United States. And then, of course, who can forget Hilton Head Island, famous for its beaches and golf resorts, biking trails, low country scenery, and just it is a beautiful, beautiful state. I did some work in South Carolina years ago. Um, I was actually there when they started their lottery, which I believe was around the year maybe 98, 99, somewhere in there. I was actually working during that election when they were trying to decide whether or not to start a state lottery. But it's a beautiful place, amazing, beautiful people there, and just a wonderful place to visit. I definitely recommend it. And that would be the eighth state of the United States, and another reason why I love the United States of America, and that is South Carolina. All right, we can do some other segments. What did you eat today, MW? Today I actually had chicken strips, which were okay. They were better than the ones I had whenever that was, yesterday or whenever. I would give them a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And actually, she definitely finally gave me enough barbecue sauce. I did give my fries to the bartender, so that was fine. He was happy about that. And what did you tip today? We didn't play any table games or anything like that. I didn't even play online today. All I did was go to the casino a couple times and made whatever that was, $250, $260. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, whenever we have these weird things at the office, when everyone's participating and running around talking and all that, everyone gets so busy with that stuff, they don't pay attention to what's going on. I actually got more work done in the car while I was driving to and from the casino than these people were getting done in the office. And you're going to say, yeah, but it was a bonding experience and all that. Bonding, schmonding. Nobody needs that stuff. Get out of here. When they go home, they don't hang out with each other. All right, believe me, these people see each other at work, they go home, and it's over. So I feel like I made the right decision there in going to the casino during that time, and that's what I learned, is that you can take advantage of that. Now tomorrow is going to be an unusual situation. We're going to be hitting at least 3 casinos tomorrow. We're probably going to do some online play as well. It's going to be a busy day. We're going to have a couple meetings to attend, and we're going to be doing some driving, not 8 hours of driving, but we'll be doing some driving. And these casinos are not gigantic casinos, but there are some opportunities there. These are some of the casinos that I don't prefer generally, because there are a lot of people at these casinos. But we're going to give it another shot and see what it's like in there, and hopefully we have some decent variance tomorrow. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.